Toyota literally started the crossover trend with its concept RAV4 in 1994. The second gen Toyota RAV4 started its sales in 2000 and ended in 2005 with over 430,000 sales in the US alone. And there are many still driving with well over 300,000 miles. But with that said, there are some problems with this Toyota RAV4 that are not deal breakers, but just something to look out for. Today, I'll be going over the common issues with the Toyota RAV4 second gen to better educate you about your ride or your purchase. Let's get started. Oh, and Merry Christmas. From 2001 to 2003, the transmission would feel like it's failing. This is the most complained and mainly the only issue complained within these years. Yet it was only the ECM failing. The ECU or ECM had a high failure rate, which is the brains of the crossover. Basically, a solder within the unit would peel over time. Those computers range from $160 for a rebuild up to $300 for a new one. And it is pretty easy to replace. Just remove the glove box and it's right there. Overall, the car is built with higher quality materials that usually last a very long time, which is why there's not many other complaints. Not necessarily an issue, but something to be cautious about. From 01 to 03, Toyota had a 2-liter inline-4 engine with 148 horsepower, which was ultimately problem-free. In 2004, Toyota upgraded the engine to a 2.4 liter and gave it 161 horsepower, which actually had a bit more problems. And Toyota gave the car standard side airbags, so just something to look out for if you're buying one of these. In the 2.4 liter 2AZ FE engines on the 04 models and up, the engine had a fault design. As miles pile up, around 70k-ish miles, the engine would start to consume oil, which is due to defective piston rings, which does not have enough holes in the oil ring groove to return oil efficiently. To fully fix this issue, a rebuild would be in order, or just simply keep topping off the engine with fresh oil. But if you do keep running oil and topping it off, you may end up clogging the catalytic converter down the line, and that can be kind of pricey. This issue did persist into the next generation and other Toyota cars, yet the third gens did have an extended warranty issued, which should have fixed most of those RAV4s, but I would be cautious. Around 120,000 miles, it is common for the bolts that attach the head to the block to strip out and cause a coolant leak. The best fix if you didn't blow the engine would be the NS300L insert system. If you are a DIYer, then this may be something you could tackle, but it would require a lot of patience, research, and of course, good decisions. Other than that, you could take it to a mechanic and have them fix it with a kit instead of doing an entire engine swap. I'll have a website in a link down below. Ultimately, it's a very reliable car from 2001 to 2003, especially if you get yourself a new ECM, which was a main issue for the year. Compared to the Honda CR-V for the same generation, the 01 to 03 RAV4 is much more reliable compared to CR-V because it is plagued with black death. Check out the video down below to see how they compare. In my opinion, I would simply steer clear from the 04 to 05 models and most cars with the 2.4 liter engines, unless you're ready to sign a potential agreement to work on the engine. Merry Christmas to everyone and hope everyone has a fantastic new year. I'm excited for 2021. If this helped you out, be sure to press that like button and subscribe if you want to learn more about cars. This is Chris AutoMotivate. Always respect and appreciate one another. I'll see you next time.